Hello and welcome to the Islamic Finance Weekly, where we discuss key developments on finance, business and economy from a Sharia perspective. As Islamic finance continues to expand, a lot has been said about the Takaful and the opportunity it brings in deepening insurance penetration in the country. Takaful promotes ethical investment in the insurance market and has shown the potential of outpacing the conventional insurance players. Despite the improvements in the sharing of surplus to their policyholders and high value for governance, the Takaful penetration in Nigeria is still very low in terms of contributing to the growth of the insurance GDP. What could be the issues affecting its growth, and what can be done to see the market thrive and be of immense benefit to Nigerians, whether rich or poor? Today on the program, we'll be discussing repositioning Takaful to deepen financial inclusion in Nigeria. And I have with me on the show Mr. Adedoyin Afun, who is a partner at Bloomfield Law Practice in Lagos. Bloomfield LP is a leading law firm in Nigeria with transactional experience involving clients locally and internationally. Adedoyin will be sharing his thoughts on the dynamics of Takaful and the growth of the Nigerian insurance sector. Good morning, Mr. Adedoyin. Thank you for joining the program.
Good morning, Bukola. Thanks for having me on your wonderful program.
It's my pleasure. So let us start the conversation. Takaful has been touted as a type of Islamic insurance where members contribute money into a pooling system in order to guarantee each other against loss or damage. Share with us, why is Takaful penetration still very low in Nigeria, and what opportunities do you see for its growth in the country?
Thank you very much for that question. You've answered it up. I think the most important thing is that at this point in time, Takaful insurance is still very low. The reasons are several, but I will start off from the lack of understanding, which is based on the lack of understanding of people in insurance products. Nigerians currently put their trust in their faith, and this in turn translates into their business and other things that we Takaful could cater for. For example, the Nigerian Industrial Database as at February 15, 2020 says that which has only about 12 million vehicles registered in Nigeria. 8.6 million of them don't even have insurance as covered by Nigeria. So it tells you that even the cars that we drive on a daily basis are not even taking insurance. And so if the conventional the insurance market has that low penetration, it is, you can expect to understand why Takaful, which is a different subsect of the insurance industry, is also very, very low. The Allied Market Research says the global Takaful insurance market is valued about 24.8 billion as of 2020 and is projected to hit about 97 billion in 2030. We hope that this projection will include Nigeria, and so we need to expand the drive both from NICOM and other players, including yourself, and let people know about the benefit of Takaful itself, which ultimately is the pooling system, which we'll be talking about more in detail. Thank you very much.
Definitely, Mr. Adedoyin. We need massive campaign on the value of insurance and Takaful in the companies. What are the prospects for Nigerian Takaful companies?
Oh, I think there's a lot of prospects. If you look at the global market and the growth that other similar climes like Nigeria has witnessed, I think there's a lot of prospects. Whether I'm very, very hopeful there'll be growth if we can educate our people to understand the benefits from the angle of investment and protection of their risks. Okay. I believe people will be more interested in Takaful insurance if they know this. Takaful basically solves a major problem, as you know, which conventional insurance does not, the issue of uncertainty. That is also why people don't subscribe to it. But from an Islamic faith perspective, Takaful actually addresses that issue. There's some form of certainty, and the money that is not used is not used, but the money is invested such that if you don't make any claim, you get some kind of refund back from the Takaful insurance companies. For example, surplus that was distributed and cashbacks that were paid to policyholders in 2019 was almost 36 million. This was by Takaful Insurance. As last year, Jaiz also shared about 84.5 million to its participants. So Takaful definitely addresses the concerns that from a faith perspective, there is certainty in the product. And more importantly, if you understand it from the need to have insurance products and to drive business, there's a popular saying that those that don't take insurance don't help economic building, because nobody's going to pay for all the services that comes with that. So I believe we will educate the populace, particularly the Muslim population, as well as the non-Muslim individuals who are interested in ethical financing and ethical insurance. There'll be more growth for it. NICOM we'll also look forward to NICOM driving this by being the key regulator to issuing its micro Takaful enterprise and low-income guidelines. If you look at countries like Malaysia, Indonesia, Jordan, these countries have large Muslim populations who live well below the poverty line, but however, they're able to take advantage of micro Takaful to actually meet their needs in this regard. So we urge NICOM to issue these guidelines, and then we ride on the back of that as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Adedoyin. Recent developments we have seen in the Nigerian Takaful industry, revealed an improvement in the sharing of surplus to their policyholders, as you said. Can this be sustained considering the rate of annual inflation, the state of the economy, and low patronage of businesses? Can this be sustained, the sharing of surplus from Takaful operators to their policyholders?
Yes, I believe it can be sustained. If you look at the low penetration we currently have and the numbers that these leading Takaful insurance companies in Nigeria have been able to share with their members, it is only a matter of time. I only see the sky, the graph going up and up. The reason being that the benefit of Islamic financing products, as we've seen in infrastructural development in Nigeria, and also with the advent of corporate private market coming into this, to the Islamic capital market, insurance is a major instrument on which you can unlock so many other capital market products. In Islamic financing, we must have certainty. So for example, doing a real estate project whereby you are using Islamic financing capital markets, having an insurance product enhances that product. So if we're able to give a better penetration on the Takaful market, this type of companies will be available to provide this insurance security for the capital market, which ultimately would lead to more returns. And when they are not used, it will be available to be shared as surpluses. So I think with the proper education, it's an absolute necessity for business to project their needs and their insurances. And so we urge not just Muslim or Islamic-based industries, but every other person that has interest, either from a capital market perspective, to actually acquire more Takaful insurance.
Yeah, definitely. So how can the advocacy for the Takaful, how can we increase the advocacy of Takaful in Nigeria?
I think we need to just, first of all, start with the benefits, which I spoke about earlier on. The benefits in the sense that compared to conventional insurance, I can pay premium for years and I never claim. I don't have benefit of it. But I'm doing it because the law requires me. If I want to drive a car, I need to have insurance to put it on the road. But if you explain to people that the gentleman in Kano market, that I know a couple of years ago, there was a big fire in Kano market whereby a lot of people were keeping their money and everything inside it. They didn't take insurance. They didn't even know there was Takaful insurance. And I think that's where Not Takaful started off from, educating the people for the benefit of what it can do. That if you take this as insurance, this is certainty, what we can protect you for. If you don't use it, this is a return, you can have it. It meets the tenets of the faith. And for those that are also looking for ethical financing, programs like this can actually bring out this important benefit to them, and how the Takaful insurance can be used to unlock and develop nation building. We all know about the Sukuk roads and things that they are developing using Islamic finance products. There are several other Islamic finance products that can benefit from substantive and well capitalized Takaful insurance companies. So I think we just need to take it out to the masses, starting with the guidelines by ICOM to allow more micro insurance. It says little drops make it mighty ocean. So we get more and more people buying into it. With little things that they do trade, we will actually develop a bigger market.
Okay, so as a legal practitioner, and you partner with the Bloomfield LP in Lagos, do you have anything to share on Takaful from a legal perspective?
Well, I think for me, it is a very novel product, regardless of the fact that it is based on Islamic faith. It's something that I believe will touch the masses, and because there's some level of certainty, which is what I represent, which is the tenets for Islamic financing: certainty as to no gambling, and then certainty as to what the product is about. So a gentleman that is doing his basically 9 to 5 can also take this insurance and ultimately benefit from what it's used for in the long run. So we urge clients mostly to always have insurance. We urge clients in the last couple of years to take advantage of the benefit of Islamic finance products, such as Takaful Insurance, and to engage Takaful insurers with the benefit to procure the necessary security enhancements for their capital market products. So we are doing our best, and we also encourage, we believe this market is bound for greater heights, and the firm and other members of the industry are solidly behind the product.
All right, so quick one, what is the way forward in terms of regulations and policies that can expand the frontiers of the Takaful industry in Nigeria? What is the way forward?
Well, I think I'm one that doesn't believe in reinventing the wheel. But at the same time, I don't believe that you just borrow a leaf from other jurisdictions, hook, line, and sinker. But having said that, there's value in us looking at other jurisdictions where they've grown their markets. Malaysia, which is top of mind, Jordan, and a couple of other countries around the world whereby these products have been successfully implemented. In Malaysia, as at 2020, record has it that there were over 16 Takaful insurance companies in total. And Malaysia is the third largest Takaful market globally, according to the Islamic Financial Services Board. Interestingly, the first Takaful insurance in Malaysia was in 1984. And we had our first one in 2016. So I think we can take advantage of the lessons learned in Malaysia and see where they've actually gone to, and they've had so many great penetration. So I think we should take advantage of technology. We should take advantage of the experiences in other jurisdictions to be able to drive what we believe our market will be, segmenting them from what the capacities might be, from the low, medium, and the high end, to actually buy into this, starting from the Muslim faithfuls and those that actually believe in ethical basis of this product. So once NICOM is able to, we urge NICOM to quickly issue the guidelines, which will set the tone. And accordingly, we also urge the current Takaful insurance providers to take advantage of available technology, available media, radio, to educate and to encourage other people. And also, if possible, partner with Islamic financing banks that don't have Takaful insurance at this point in time to actually offer their products.
Yes, the quality operation, product development and innovation, financial technology, Sharia board Takaful companies are, all these are an essential sources to Takaful companies in Nigeria. Thank you very much, Mr. Adedoyin Afun, for sharing your perspective with us on Takaful, the growth of Takaful in Nigeria. Thank you very much. We appreciate your intervention, and we hope to feature you subsequently on the program. Have a nice day.
You too, man. Thanks for having me, and all the best.
There is an increasing demand for a Sharia-compliant product, particularly sukuk. But the level of awareness about Takaful services has been very low due to the lack of depth in publicity by the operators. My recommendation to the Takaful companies is the need to encourage activities across the country by opening up more branches, as this will lead to greater penetration. by providing the public with more options for getting insured, especially those in the rural areas. And that will be all for this edition of the Islamic Finance Weekly. Connect with us on proshare.co to watch our weekly videos, read our news stories. You can as well follow us on all our social media platforms displaying on the screen. Till we come your way again, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.